Hello, Gentlemen Critics Nation. We are here for our first Game of Thrones season in review. Now, we're going to be looking at episode 1 of season 6. I know we all, have a lot to talk about because of what we've seen, and honestly, I'm left with sort of a weird taste in my mouth from this because I I really loved the episode. I thought it was really, really great. Great transition back into Game of Thrones season.
Great episode.
But the end was really weird. And it just sort of soured the whole experience at the end. I don't know. It felt like it came from left field, and it just was unnecessary.
It was unnecessary. Why do we need this to happen? Like,
And
why?
why did you show us so much more of, and now spoilers,
Yeah,
spoilers,
spoilers.
everybody. So get out now if you don't want to hear this. But
Yeah.
I don't understand why we had to see so much of the naked old lady Melisandre.
Why does she have to be an old lady, you ask?
What?
Well, we don't know.
I am just saying that there was a lot of time that she spent naked in the end scene.
Yes. Yes.
And 90% of that was as an elderly woman. Now, I'm not saying, we need to do anything drastic, but I'm just saying 50-50. If you're going to give me her naked and then turn her into an old woman, at least give me some time to appreciate what she looked like before.
I mean, if any of our viewers have seen The Shining, we definitely do not want to see an older lady naked.
Yeah, it's a great point. It really did look like the old lady in The Shining, and it was just that was just creepy, and
No.
it looked like something out of a horror movie. Which, I mean, we've always known Melisandre was that kind of crazy person, but I just I didn't know it would go that far. But that it was interesting. It was an
Yeah.
interesting way to end the episode. I don't really know moving forward what this means for Melisandre. Like, is she gonna go
No.
for this whole like, oh, I'm not gonna wear the necklace anymore. I want people to see me for who I am, because I don't think that's gonna go over well with anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the show writers were like, the Lord of Light, all those were just lies
Mm.
that he gave to her, and now she's like, oh, must confront my true self. I'm just like, I don't
It
know.
it seems like an odd storyline to pursue when there are so many other vivid and interesting storylines out there in this
Yeah.
episode, which transitions us into talking about what we saw in this episode. Now we have to discuss from the very beginning Jon Snow's body the next
Mm.
morning lying in the snow. We're picking up roughly right where we left off.
It's a very touchy subject,
Mm.
and we don't know what's going to come of it. Like, we hope he comes back, but this episode really didn't. It didn't really point to really anything it going any which way. But Melisandre's here. What's going to happen? We don't know.
I think now this is where what I see, but I think that the wildlings are going to come into play. Melisandre is going to leave with Sir Davos and some of the Night's Watch. Now, I don't know where they're going to go, but they're going to bring Jon's body. And as
Mm.
long as Jon's body isn't burned or anything like that, I think he's still capable of coming back.
Yeah, I think so, because it's like what people really say with TV shows. Unless you would truly unless they truly get like maybe their head chopped off or something like that,
Hmm.
they may not be truly dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a difficult subject for sure. Jon Snow being a lot of people's favorites, and now we have to look at him as a motionless body, and it's hard. It's hard for a lot of people to watch.
But who knows what's come of it? It could come into maybe by the end of the season, Jon Snow's eyes come open. So Who
then that
knows?
brings us to Reek and Sansa Stark.
Re-
Theon running away with Sansa, and honestly, things are not going well for Ramsay. He lost the love of his life. His father is who just recently, gave him new purpose, is threatening without actually threatening to strip it away.
Yeah, it's very hard to sympathize though with Ramsey and everything that's happening. So
I don't know. I find that in a Game of Thrones universe, it's hard for me not to support Ramsey because there are so many other people that are just crazy evil, and at least he's fun about it. It could be worse. You could have the kind of evil that is Cersei, which I'm never rooting for her in any situation ever. At least Ramsey makes me laugh. You know, so I just feel like there's a lot worse evil out there. Now he may do some pretty crazy stuff, but
yeah, but compared to the suffering of other people that you do like, it's something you don't care about.
mm,
And then you got Reek and you got Sansa and Brienne of Tarth showing up at the last minute, cutting some Bolton heads off
mhm.
and saving Sansa. And now she is back with the Stark, and I'm excited to see where this goes. I am very excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, I really liked that scene
Mm.
particularly because I saw it as, it's a long time coming for Brienne. She's tried and tried and tried ever since Kat told her to take Jamie back to King's Landing and exchange him for her daughters.
Yeah.
Ever since that moment, she has just been out here trying to serve the Stark girls, and they will not let her. None of them would let her until this
Until
moment.
now.
She's back where she has always felt like she belonged,
Hmm.
and I think that this is a good moving forward point for Sansa and Brienne. And of
Yeah.
course, Pod is
Pod,
very
pod,
impressive.
pod
As
fighting, man.
Tyrion said, there has never lived a more loyal squire. So,
He's more than a kid with a big penis now, you know.
that was hilarious.
He's
Wait, you mean they didn't charge you? It was free?
what?
Why?
And then like everybody knew Squire Podrick.
Squire Pod.
Man, if he was Cersei's brother, she would have hit that already. I tell
Oh my god. No. No more incest jokes. No.
you. Hey, she's still doing it with
It's
Jamie,
true though.
so
It's true though, man. She even did her cousin, and look how much that messed him up. Now he's bald and
oh,
he's got a freaking brand of a
oh.
of a seven-sided star on his head, So
Man, he was a scrawny dude back in the day. Like when you saw him, like that was crazy. And now, yeah, but
now
now he
he's
is crazy.
now he is legitimately crazy, and I can't help but feel like Cersei absolutely did that to him.
Ugh, Cersei.
Speaking of Cersei, can we talk about the joyous run and smile that Cersei gave us as she ran about the Red Keep and
Oh,
ran down to
Marcella.
accept him? Jamie,
Marcella's
my
coming back.
lover and my daughter are back.
Oh, and then as she's watching, it
And then
just
as she's
fades.
watching, the smile fades as she sees Jamie and her daughter covered in a gold shroud, exactly as the witch said would happen to her children.
Prophecy? Yes or no? Question mark.
But as Jamie says, fuck prophecy, fuck fate, let's be selfish. That was the entire speech, was literally, let's not care about anyone else except for you and me, and that sounds good.
Like he's not playing anymore. He's
He's
not
like, no,
playing
no, no, I
around.
want to kill and take everything. All this awesome character development that you saw where I was really becoming humanized. Yeah. Then my
Yeah.
daughter died in my arms after telling me she was proud that I was her father. So, yeah, I'm pretty upset.
Yeah, now he is gone, and they hate Tyrion now. Like he is not Tyrion's friend
No.
anymore.
No,
And
he killed their father.
yep. So who knows what's going on between the Lannister party? Like we've said before, is just not looking good right now.
No, no,
No,
it's really
I
not.
mean,
They're down to three. Three people. There are three Lannisters in King's Landing, and that's it.
yeah, that's it. And one of them is pretty much defected, the good one.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a really theory about Tyrion. It's just like he's a good guy, but he was just born in the wrong family.
Well, his only real crime, and it's the crime that he's been on trial for his entire life, is being a dwarf.
Yeah,
And
really. Yeah.
if Tyrion isn't a dwarf, the Lannisters won the Game of Thrones already. Tyrion is sitting on the throne,
Yeah,
and that's the way it would have been. Because
that's it.
Tyrion would have been a little bit younger than Jaime, right around the time that Ned Stark and Robert Baratheon took King's Landing.
Yeah, Tyrion, as smart as he was, and not being a dwarf, like it was. Yeah.
Yep, I really
Uh,
believe he would have already taken. He would be the king of the Andals and the Seven Kingdoms, but he was born a dwarf, and that has allowed him to now
yeah.
be in a position where I truly have felt he should have been in this entire time.
Yeah, that kind of
He,
adds to his character development too, doing that,
mhm.
by being a dwarf and, him drinking and reading and whatnot. So, it helped out, but at the same time, we're just interested to see what happens. And Daenerys is gone, which should lead us into that.
Yeah, oof.
Now she meets the new Cal.
Yeah. I I have a lot of fun with Game of Thrones when I watch it. I enjoy myself and I love the humor involved, but I laughed an awful lot in this episode, and especially
Yeah.
during the conversations between the Dothraki, whether that was the two guys on the horse who were bringing Khaleesi to the new cow, or the cow when he was talking to them, or even the girl who was sitting next to the cow saying we should cut her head off. I thought it was written really well and it was really funny. And I liked it. I really enjoy this new Dothraki group.
Yeah, it was really funny. We'll see in the Dothraki again. It's been since early season two, maybe
Yeah.
like mid season two, since we really saw any Dothraki, and that wasn't even the main population of the Dothraki. That was just a small group that decided to go with Daenerys.
Yeah. So
So
now
yeah,
we're out here seeing this huge area of the main part of the Dothraki. And as they said, now there are some laws that Daenerys needs to look at. Now I've always been calling her Khaleesi, but apparently Khaleesi, who is a widow, apparently has a special place to go. So this will be interesting for her to go and meet these other people.
yeah. I mean, hopefully that doesn't take too much of a hold, and she does eventually sell for Westeros, which that could never happen. It's very
I
possible.
I have to believe that she is going to conquer Westeros, but like you said, this could never happen. I mean, like things are not looking good.
It's
All the
been
ships
six
got
seasons.
burned.
It's been 6 seasons, and she hasn't got
She
any.
can't even control a city she takes.
And they burned the ships. How are they going to get over there?
There's it's not
Besides
looking good for
dragons.
Daenerys right now.
Yeah, and who knows where Drogon is? You
Yeah,
know,
really.
so who knows? Like, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with her. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
it really will be. And then that brings us to what I think is probably going to be one of the more interesting storylines to watch. We talked about this in our Game of Thrones seasons 1 through 5 review. But Arya Stark to me always feels like a very consistent and comforting storyline whenever we cut
Yes.
back to Arya and she's, going on some crazy adventure or dealing with some crazy thing like being blind and having to fight people in the street. It's just very interesting and it's always comforting to see that. And I
It's
look forward to
comforting.
it.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of crazy stuff right now. Yeah, she
Mhm.
is blind. We don't know what's next for her. Always,
Mm-mm.
she's just been on this journey to get where she was going, and now she's here, and it's all super confusing, but it's really cool
Yeah,
to see what
exactly.
happens. We want her to become a faceless assassin, a badass faceless assassin. I'm so ready. I'm so ready for her to become that.
Yes,
That's gonna be cool and exact her revenge on who deserves it.
Man, I can't wait to see her cross these names off her list when she goes back and gets Needle from The Rock that she hid
Yeah.
Needle in, and then becomes a faceless assassin and uses Needle to assassinate all these people. I want to see Arya travel back across the Narrow Sea to kill Cersei. I think
That
that
would
would
be
be
so
very
good.
cool.
That would be so good. Yeah. Arya,
But
we're rooting for you.
that's not going to happen until all of her children die, because
Yeah.
is foretold by the prophecy that she will watch a more beautiful queen take over and all of her children die. So until
Interesting.
that happens, she is going to be alive.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought, but that's what I was gonna say is I hope or I wish the show would. This is why I wish the show would go on for more than maybe like 7 or 8 seasons. Is because I want these stories to go. I just don't think that maybe in 2 or 3 seasons we're gonna see so much change and so much grow, because I want to see Arya become like it go to like 25 or whatever, go to her 30s and like really become an older assassin. Like we're not going to see that.
No.
So, and I guess that's fine, but it kind of stinks.
Yeah,
So,
it does. It does. That's one of the things that you have to deal with as a Game of Thrones fan. There's so many storylines that you don't necessarily feel like all of them are going to get fleshed out, and that is sad. But I mean, that's what you have to take that when you enter into a program or a book, novel slash,
yeah, the
TV
books
series like
could
this.
possibly fleshed out even more if we did decide to start reading the books, because the books and the show are going separate paths now. They're going separate ways. They might have like the same kind of maybe ending, kind of, but because I think they know what George plans to do, but they might not.
They have
So
said that George R. R. Martin has told them how he wants everything to. He has sat down with them and gone through basically the major points of the way he wants the series to come to conclusion, and how
okay,
so he did that just in case if he doesn't actually get to finish the series in terms of books, the show will be able to at least finish it.
yeah, yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah,
So
I'm very much looking forward to this season. I think that from scenes from next week, I think that season or episode 2 is going to be even better.
yeah, episode one was great, and if it keeps rolling on this, I think it's already looking to be better than season five.
Yeah,
So
I agree. I agree.
so
It's just there was a certain tone to this season. And can we just say that Marjorie Tyrell looks awful good for being imprisoned in there for like how many months now?
she's still looking good. She's still looking
Cersei was
fine.
looking horrible after like half the time that Marjorie had been in there. I can't even believe to think what like Sir Loras looks like. He's probably
I
not even able to handle it.
so Loris is a tough one. I think he
I think
is.
Marjorie's tougher than him, personally.
Loris really got fleshed out though, but yeah, Marjorie, I'd still get with that in the cells. Well, why not? Whatever.
Yeah, I think she's
Still
spoken
looking good.
for queen of the realm out
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I don't care. Tom, I'll kill Tom, and I don't care.
Hey, bro, don't be trying to become the new Kingslayer, okay?
Oh yeah, I'll be branded the Kingslayer for the rest of my life.
And Jamie can attest that is not something you want to have happen.
That's an honor I can do without, he would say. Spurning back to the first episode.
Okay, so this has been our small review of Game of Thrones season 6, episode 1. We'll be back next week to do season 6, episode 2.